Well, succulents can be grown indoors or outdoors, but they're not necessarily an easy plant to keep alive. Caleb Johnson from Johnson Brothers Garden Market shows us how to take care of succulents and how you can turn one into many in this week's In the Garden. This week we're talking about succulents, and Caleb, can you tell me about how to take care of succulents? I know some people are great at it, others though not quite so much, myself included.
Yeah, so succulents, they obviously don't need a lot of water because they're soaking up a lot of moisture. So one of the things that often happens is they get overwatered, or sometimes people assume because it's a succulent that they don't have to water it at all, like a cactus, but indeed they do need some water occasionally. And then, yeah, really the biggest thing with them is just, watching for any sort of bug or pest disease issue. And then you can see too, as we're kind of looking at some of these, some of them are putting on all this new growth and kind of getting crowded. And so it's a good idea to maybe help thin some of that new growth out, just so the plant has a little bit more room to expand and grow.
And what do you mean by thinning?
Yeah, so you can see like this one right here, it's got all these new little branches here, and it's starting to kind of crowd the main plant. So you can actually just rip
just
out,
like that.
yeah, several of these. And then, these are plants that you can propagate. So most succulents, sedums, echeverias, all are extremely easy to take little baby plants and start new ones. And it also benefits the existing plant, giving it a little more space to grow.
Very cool. And are these indoor or outdoor plants here in our area?
Some are outdoor and hardy, but there's also ones like the one you're next to here and this guy over here. Lots of different indoor and outdoor ones, so you need to make sure you know which ones can go outside and which ones will not make it over the winter here.
And some things that people don't think about, some of these succulents can actually bloom flowers, right?
Yeah, so this one right here is about to put on a bunch of flowers. This little sedum right here you can see is just covered in them, and that's actually where they'll produce seed. So if you really wanted to, you could collect the seed from the flowers, get it to germinate, and then plant new succulents. Or you could just do what we did and just rip off some of the new growth.
Much easier.
You can even do whole stems, breaking off, and
just
take
like
that
and
you can plant that. Or you can do as simple as just rip off one of the little leaves.
This is crazy to me.
And you can stick that into some loose potting soil and start a new succulent.
Yeah, you'll go from 1 to about 100 in no time, right?
Yeah, you can even see over here, like these sedums, they're already putting out roots and re-rooting, so something like that would be extremely easy to just take out.
Just like that.
Set in some soil, and next thing you know, you got another plant.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Caleb. If you have any questions about succulents, you can head to our website and ask them there at KEZI.com.